Okay, so for this video, the topic is simplifying linear expressions involving fractions. So when we are going to simplify linear expressions involving fractions, all we have to do is to convert them as a similar or what we call the like fractions, and what we need to do is to combine the like terms. Let's recall how to simplify the fraction, okay? Let's say we have 2/3 plus 1/2. We know that if we're going to add two fractions, all we have to do is to make their denominators the same or making them similar fractions, right? So if we are going to make their denominators the same, we have to find the LCM of the denominators, which is the LCM of 3 and 2. So the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Therefore, I have over 6. Now, if I converted the denominator as 6, I need to multiply it by the same multiplier. So let's say, for example, 3 times 2 becomes 6. So I also need to multiply the numerator by 2. Or basically, 6 divided by 3, that's 2. And then multiply the numerator by 2. So you have 4. And then on the other fraction, 6 divided by 2, that's 3. Times 1, you have 3. Now, since they are the same, they have the same denominator now, what we can do is to combine them. Okay? So we can write it as 7 over 6. Now, let's try it if it is a linear expression involving fractions. Okay? Let's say, for example, I have x plus 1 over 3 plus 2x minus 1 over 2. So we know that the LCM of our denominators 3 and 2 is 6. So we have a denominator of 6 plus another denominator of 6. Then let's do the same process. 6 divided by 3, that's 2, times the numerator. The numerator is x plus 1. So I have here times x plus 1. The second fraction, 6 divided by 2, that's 3 times the numerator. The numerator is 2x minus 1. Now, both of them have the same denominator. So we can write it as a one whole fraction. So all over 6. So we copy this one, or we expand rather. 2 times x plus 1, you have 2x plus 2. Distribute the 2 inside the parentheses. Plus 3 times the difference of 2x and 1. So you have 3 times 2x, that's 6x. 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3. So we already have this. Writing this one as a one whole fraction, upon expanding the numerators, we have 2x plus 2 plus 6x minus 3, all over 6. Now we can combine like terms. The x terms are 2x and 6x, that will give you 8x. The constant terms 2 and negative 3 will give you negative 1. So the final answer is 8x minus 1 all over 6. Now, let's have a few more examples. Let's say, for example, we have 3x minus 4 all over 4 plus 2x plus 5 all over 3. So, again, we have to get the LCM of our denominators. So, the denominators are 4 and 3. The LCM is 12. So, I have a one whole all over 12 plus all over 12 again. And then, we do the same thing. 12 divided by 4, that's 3 times the numerator. So, the numerator is 3x minus 4. Do the same thing on the other side. 12 divided by 3, that's 4. Very good. And then 4 times the numerator, 2x plus 5. So now, we can write it as a one whole fraction having our denominator as 12. So if we expand the first numerator, 3 times the difference of 3x and 4, we have 3 times 3x, that's 9x. 3 times negative 4, you have negative 12. And on the other fraction, 4 times 2x, that's 8x. And 4 times 5, that's 20. That's why we have 8x plus 20 here. Okay? We just distributed the multiplier inside the parentheses. Now, after that one, we can now simplify our numerator. So, our denominator is still 12, but if we combine 9x and 8x, that's gonna be 17x. Combining the constant terms, negative 12 and positive 20, you will get positive 8. Okay, so that's the final answer. Another example. Now, if we have 2y over 3 minus 3 times y minus 5 all over 2, we can write it as 2y over 3 minus, let's distribute the 3 inside the parentheses. Okay, so we expand 3y minus 15. Now, we have to identify the LCM because our goal is to make them similar fractions, right? To make the denominator the same. So the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Okay, so our denominator is 6. So over 6 and 6 divided by 3, that's 2 times 2y, you have 2 times 2y all over 6. For the other fraction, that's minus, again, the LCM is 6, so over 6. 6 divided by 2, that's 3, times the numerator, 3y minus 15. Okay, since they have the same denominator now, we can write them as a one whole fraction. But you have to be careful with this one because there's a minus here. So if we are going to distribute 2 or multiply 2 and 2y, that's going to be 4y. And let's copy this first, okay? Take note, minus 3 times the difference of 3y and 15. Okay? Now, if we distribute the 3 inside, let's include the sign or the minus sign. So that's gonna be negative 3 times 3y, negative 3 times negative 15. So what you have is over 6, 4y, this one, negative 3 times 3y, that's gonna be negative 9y, and negative 3 times negative 15, that's gonna be positive 45. And we combine like terms, 4y minus 9y, that will result into negative 5y plus the constant term 45 all over 6. Now, let's have the last example. Okay, for the last example, what if you have 3 fractions and you're going to add and subtract? Okay, so there's nothing, it's still the same. There's no difference if you are going to have 3 fractions. You still need to find the LCM of the denominator. So what's the LCM of 3, 5, and 6? The LCM is 30. Now, we can also write it as a one whole fraction directly, all over 30. Okay? Then do the same thing. 30 divided by 3, that's 10. Times the numerator, you have 10 times the numerator 1 minus 2z. Then still the same thing, since this is plus, we will just do plus, okay? 30 divided by 5, that's 6 times the numerator 3z plus 1. So this is plus, I also have plus here. Now, on the third fraction, 30 divided by 6, that's gonna be 5 times the numerator 4z minus 3. But our operation here, or the sign here, is going to be minus because of the minus here. So plus, plus here, minus, minus here as well. Then all we have to do now is to expand. Still, all over 30. Then expand the 10 inside the parentheses. That's going to be 10 times 1, that's 10. 10 times negative 2z, that's negative 20z. So you have 10 minus 20z. On the other one, 6, expand it, distribute the 6 inside the parentheses, that's 6 times 3z, you have 18z, 6 times 1, that's plus 6, or positive 6. So we have now 18z plus 6. And then the last one, And we treat this one as negative 5. We include the minus sign or the negative sign. So that's going to be negative 5 times 4z. That's going to be negative 20z. Negative 5 times negative 3, that's positive 15. And all we have to do is to combine the like terms. You have negative 20z plus 18z, that's negative 2z, minus 20z. So negative 2z minus 20z, that's going to be negative 22z. Okay, and then the constants, 10 plus 6, you have 16 plus 15, that's 31. So the final answer is negative 22z plus 31 all over 30.